now that we're done with that, we're gonna move on to the rear. One thing I did want to let you guys know, for the rear, I already have the Archive Garage shock relocation kit, which is this bracket here and this here. But I did want to let you guys know, if you guys don't have that, you're gonna need to purchase it. We've already made a video on the shock relocation. If you want to watch that, I'll make sure to link that one in the description box as well. So for us, all we need to do is remove this King shock here, since we are going with locked off-road. We're going to be removing my leaf pack here, since we are going to be going with Archive Garage for the leaf pack. And we're also going to need to remove this bottom bracket that's on the axle here, because we need to replace it with a brand new one, since we are going with 14s instead of 12s. The cool thing about the brand new locked off-roads is, one, like I said, they're 14s, so it's going to be more travel. And then two, it's going to be triple bypass versus these remove everything. In case you guys are curious on how to remove the leaf pack, make sure to check it out. I'll leave a video link in the description box as well, since we've already made a video on that. Another thing I wanted to mention to you guys that I told you guys earlier is we are down the road going to get locked off-road bump stops, and they're going to be hydro bump stops. So we're going to need to remove this bracket here, and it's basically going to be a little shock that's going to go here from locked off-road, and we're going to be taking this bump stop off and replacing it with just a plate. But like I said, that's for down the road. So for now, we're going to be reusing this here. So let's get to doing that, and we're going to remove all this, and we'll get to the next step. Out with the old. Hell yeah. Now that we have the Kings off, we have the leaf pack off as well. Up next, what we need to do is now remove this bottom mount from Archive Garage. We got a brand new one, and reason we need to take this off is because I am going with a bigger shock back here. So if we leave this in, it's not going to work properly how it should. So we need to take it off, re-weld it, retake some measurements, and go from there. Check it out, you guys. So right there, we now have the bottom mount installed. Look at those rainbows. I'm excited about this. So right now, we're going to go ahead and paint this area, and then we can go ahead and start getting ready to reinstall everything with the brand new part. So while this paint dries here, we're going to go ahead and now start moving on to the Archive Garage leaf pack. So this thing comes pretty much assembled besides the bushings, but at least it comes provided. So right now what Jerry's doing is he's lubing it up with the provided grease. That way the bushings go in there nicely. If you don't put enough lube, it's going to be very hard to push those in. Just in case you can't put them in though, you can use a rubber mallet to just kind of put them in all the way. So we're done with one side. We're going to push them in a little bit more. Right now he's also lubing up the inside, because that's where the bolt's going to go through. You want that to be lubricated. But right now, once that's done, we'll move on to this side here and do the same exact process. And as you guys can tell, it's made in the USA by Archive Garage. If you guys do want to get one of these leaf packs, hit me up. I don't know if they'll be on the website just yet. If they're not, let me know and I'll get you in contact with Archive. Once you put the bushings on both sides, you can go ahead and now put the sleeves. They go in through the rubber bushings right there. That also comes provided, which is this here. He's already inserted this one. So we're going to go ahead and do this on the opposite side now. Right, and once you finish that up, you want to check both sides and you want to make sure that it's flush inside. So now you do the same exact step to the other leaf pack, and then we can go ahead and get started on putting it on. If you guys do want to get your Archive Garage leaf pack, let me know. Send me a DM, comment down below, and we'll get you going with one of these bad boys here. So at the time of watching this video, I don't know if they'll be out on the website. That's why I'm saying that. Now we have it kind of in place. We just need to now reinstall the bolts and go from there. So now we have the bolt in there. We have the bolt in right there for the leaf pack. Up next is going to be the U-bolt flip kit. One thing I did want to tell you guys is we're going to be reinstalling the old ones that I had installed already, but down the road, which is here pretty soon, we're going to be installing this from Archive Garage, which is going to be mounted here. And reason why is because we're going to be taking this piece off here to put some locked off-road hydro bumps, so that way it'll hit here. You guys will see in that future video, but once again, like I said, for now I'm going to save these and we're going to be installing the Duro bumps once again. So I can't wait to take those Duro bumps off to put the brand new ones. One thing I did want to tell you guys, if you're reusing your U-bolt flip kit or your U-bolts, whatever you're reusing as far as those bolts that go there, make sure to check them before reinstalling them, because those, technically, if I was you, I would recommend just switching them out. They tend to flex and they tend to just kind of, the threading will just go bad. So make sure to check them before reinstalling. If you need to purchase new ones, I'd highly recommend doing it because that's a safety concern. So that's what we're doing here. We're putting new U-bolts on there. And then once again, like I said, I'm gonna have to reinstall my bump stop for now. Now is installing the 14-inch triple bypass from Locked Off-Road. But you guys, we're basically done right here with the rear. But right here with the rear, I do want to give you guys a couple tips. So let me show you guys what I mean by that. So first things first, with the leaf pack, you don't want to torque these bolts down right here and right here. You don't want to torque them down just yet until the truck is actually on the floor. So keep that in mind. Right now we just have them hand tight for now. And then the next thing I want to let you guys know, on the actual Locked Off-Road shocks, it is going to come with these hose clamps here, and it's going to come with a bracket for the resi as well. That's going to come in the package. As far as for me, I'm reusing the same bracket that I had on my Kings previously, but I am using the brand new hose clamps here. I do want to give you guys a tip. If you guys do want this to look super clean, I'd recommend getting some heat shrink over these before you install them, just so that way everything looks nice and black under here. And another thing I want to let you guys know, you guys are going to have to fill these ones, specifically if you guys do get the same ones as me, these ones are going to need to be refilled with nitrogen, which is going to be 180 psi. So keep in mind, that's only for these ones that I'm installing today. As far as if you guys do get a different one, just check if it needs to be filled or not. Some of them already come pre-filled. But for these ones specifically, which is the triple bypass, a 14-inch shock with a reservoir for the rear on the Tacoma, that's what it needs done. Luckily for us, right here at BeastFab, we do rebuild shocks as well. So that's a service we can offer you guys. If you guys ever need that down the road, you can hit us up. We do that. So that being said, we do have the correct tools and everything to do it here. So we're gonna go ahead and refill this bad boy. Keep that in mind, but that's pretty much all the tips I could give you guys for the rear on these specific shocks. Keep in mind, it's only for these specific ones. So the same exact steps that we did here, we just do to the opposite side. And then once again, we'll move on to the front and finish this bad boy up. All right, you guys, so we finally finished up the installation. So Jerry, what do you think about this whole install? I mean, someone doing that at home, what do you think they're gonna run into? Any issues?
Oh yeah, that's for sure. I mean, just look at us, you know, it took us like around 17 hours.
Something like that, non-stop?
Yeah, non-stop, so I mean, it's a lot of like fabrication, measuring, you know, a lot of things that you gotta go through. So I mean, definitely you gotta leave this to a professional. So yeah, look for some help, you know, make sure if you're gonna do it yourself, you know, make sure you're in good hands. But yeah, definitely this is big boy toys. You know?
Because to be honest with you guys, this is honestly a couple days of install. For me and Jerry, we just wanted to go ahead and knock it out in one day, and it was possible, but I mean, it did take a couple hours. So once again, if you guys are planning on, even if you take it to a shop, don't rush them. It is a lot of work. So it's not something you could just kind of plug and play, kind of like regular coilovers. Like Jerry was saying, it's a lot of fabrication. So if they tell you it's going to take 3 days, I mean, just let it be. Let them take their time, let them do it right, and enjoy the process. And then just wait till you get the truck back, enjoy it, take it out, do a couple jumps like I'm gonna do. Make sure you disconnect the airbags first.
Make sure you do that.
Heck yeah. That being said about jumping it, I've been just kind of joking around about that. I mean, most likely I will do it just because I do want to test it, but it's not like I'm going to be jumping it all the time. I want to see what the suspension can do. So with that being said, I'll leave you guys with that. Down the road, we'll go ahead and do a full-on review on it. We'll go ahead and rock crawl it. We'll go ahead and jump it, and we'll just kind of see what this suspension is about. See if it's actually worth the money. Because if you go ahead and Google all the parts that I've linked in the description box below, you'll see it's a pretty penny. I'm not going to lie to you guys. This is something you're probably going to have to save for. Not only that, I mean, labor-wise, it's going to be expensive. Too, yeah, it's not going to be cheap. So whoever you go with, I mean, they can tell you it's not going to be cheap. So just kind of keep that in mind if you guys do plan on going full long travel, especially with the double bypasses and all the extra gussets that we ended up getting to kind of reinforce everything. Because like I told you guys from the beginning, not most of them were needed. It was just something as a protection for down the road. So it's better to just get them done since everything is out, right? Heck yeah. So as always, you guys, if you guys do need help with any fabrication, any installations, make sure to hit up my good friend Jerry. Let him know I sent you over. He'll give you guys good pricing and get it done for you guys. So if you did enjoy today's video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you guys on the next one. Make sure to go ahead and follow BeastFab, and make sure to follow all the other Instagrams that I've linked in the description box below. Huge shout out to all the companies that are a part of this build. We'll see you guys.
All
right.
Sharp.
Yeah.
Rizo is here for you. It's here for you now. subscribe.